Hello, hello, all. Thank you for joining us again on the Almost Brothers podcast. Hey, will you do us a favor? If this podcast has meant something to you and encouraged you, will you consider becoming a monthly supporter? You could do $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month. What this does is this helps financially support the podcast so that we can continue to put out content and help better serve you. So if you would, down in the show notes, you can click the link, support, and become a monthly member. We love you. New episode coming your way.
I don't think he's ready.
I'm ready.
What about now?
No.
No?
No.
Still not?
Still not. Wait a minute. Yeah. No.
Now I am.
Yeah.
No.
Now. No.
His brain,
Let's
he's got
go.
2 brain cells. They're debating.
Right.
Could take some time. I didn't hit my daily recommended monsters today, so
Right, you're kind of slacking.
I'm on the first one at 8 o'clock
You
at
keep
night.
them in business.
Yeah, I do my part.
I do what I can.
Mikey,
Much
you keep
love.
Red Bull in business.
No, that's true.
That is a very good.
Not
fair
sponsored
point.
by Red Bull or Monster.
Unfortunately,
Yeah. However, they want to fill the fridge up.
right.
You can go for it. That'd be awesome.
We'll put a monster fridge in here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be
Nothing
so
like
good.
heart attack in a can.
Now they're not going to sponsor
Nah,
us. Way to
thanks.
go.
Yeah, good job.
That should be their new slogan.
That should be I don't think they'll sell very many
I don't
doing
think
that.
it'd go very well.
Oh,
Although
but-
there is a heart attack grill somewhere.
yeah, and what's
Yeah.
the thing
Is it in Vegas?
What's
if they
the-
weigh like a certain amount of pounds, you get a free meal. It's like they're
I should go there.
celebrating.
You would definitely get like
obesity
Oh,
3
wow.
free meals.
I don't weigh that much.
What's the place
For sure.
in their place in Kennett? It's like fat.
It's
I don't know.
Jonesboro, there's a fat city.
That's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's Jonesboro. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
that feels like a weird name. Like to be
Thank you, Richard, for knowing that.
I know stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, every time we
just look at
pass,
him.
I'm just like
He would
yeah,
know.
It seems like
Yeah, he would.
dang.
Abusive much?
You're very close to me.
I ain't gonna do it.
Hey, so you
Within-
want to trade me?
Spoots. So yeah, on today's episode, we're just gonna be talking with some of our youth about life and youth and how difficult it is for them to keep the faith, share the faith, and love God in the midst of all this craziness.
Amen.
Coming up.
That part always gets me. I love
I know, right?
A guitar hits.
Why are you
It's
hating
just
on
like
him? Well, hate on him.
Old people in their head banging.
In his dreams, he is in a hair band,
Oh my gosh.
I am an air guitar
and he
hero.
has hair.
Air guitar hero.
That's
me.
right. Did you used to play rock band and rock out?
Yeah.
Oh, it was so fun.
Yeah. Jennifer actually was the rock bander in
Yeah.
our family. She loved Guitar Hero.
What did you play? Like, did you sing?
I
Like, what
played
did you do?
Atari because that's how old I am.
Oh gosh.
No,
You're
I
that
was
old?
Mario mostly.
Oh, Mario.
I played a lot of Mario. Contra. I liked Contra
Yeah,
on the Super NES. So
I like it. Oh, sorry. Look at this. What?
we have guests.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Good. Fine.
Fine. How? Let's just go around the table and just introduce yourself. They've heard y'all two on here before, right?
They've heard.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm Brittany.
I'm Abby,
I'm Adriana.
What is up?
the ceiling.
Wow. And you
That
talk
took a
about my
while.
jokes. Come
Good
on. man.
Lord.
That was like a dad joke.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a super one of these dumb but deep discussions at school. So I had a student that was like, I was like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "The sky." I was like, "Yeah, but it's down also." He's like, "No, it's not. It's up." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's down. The sky in China to you right now is down."
You're leading young minds. You
Exactly.
know that, right? This is
It is.
terrifying.
You don't get it
I don't get it either.
if you're on the top of the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the sky on the bottom of the earth is down from where you're at,
That's not how gravity works.
Wait, what?
That's not.
I'm so confused.
right?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
You have to go
First-
to get to that area.
First,
You would have to go
you
south,
do know
correct?
the Earth is round, right?
Yes, I know the earth is round.
Okay. I don't know how that works.
Right?
It's okay. Calm down.
Move
yes,
on.
it is. I'm just saying.
If an eye roll was audible, they would hear me rolling my eyes right now.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Did you
We
hear it?
learned some
Did you hear
stuff.
it?
We did you hear it?
His head just, everything inside of his head just shook.
Yeah.
while
What
I
is that
rolled his
line
eyes.
from that movie that we're now a lot?
Oh
dumber
yeah. Oh gosh.
for? Billy Madison.
Was it Billy Madison?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We are now dumber for having heard it.
Yes.
You get 0 points, and may God have mercy on your soul. That is funny.
They don't know that movie either.
Yeah, they don't.
Sorry,
You guys are just too old.
Billy Madison.
Sorry.
Oh, look at her go.
Oh,
I
look
think I might
out!
know it.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam
Oh, yeah.
Sandler.
And he sings a song about how he's going to school.
Yeah. Back to school. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. So, what did y'all think of service tonight? It was awesome, man. My goodness.
Yeah, it was pretty good taking it back to like the basics, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't talk very loud in this.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to speak into the microphone.
I don't like speaking into microphones.
Well, then it's a good thing you're on a podcast where there's microphones to speak
Yeah,
into.
I think it was good that we all like got to know more about each other
Yeah.
through that lesson.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. What'd you think?
It was okay.
Yeah.
Yes. It was better than yours, to be honest.
Good. That's a good thing.
Not trying to
I'm
be
gonna
mean.
have to disagree with you there.
Sorry. I didn't fall asleep this time.
I never fall
Good.
asleep during my key services.
Thank you.
You get water poured on you if you fall asleep during Mikey's.
Oh my god, I
Well, I
felt so
did.
bad for that.
One
Don't.
time.
I know.
Matthew's
Oh,
crying.
Yeah, I was
Matthew
like,
cry.
yes, I was like, oh, dude,
Because
come
he's
on, man.
sensitive,
Yeah.
Mikey.
I
That's
was like,
mean.
man,
Said he
bro,
doesn't
I'm
even know
sorry.
why he was crying.
I know, yeah. He's just like, oh, what is? I can't even remember what he said. I'm just like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to make you cry.
Oh, dang. That sucks.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I felt bad. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It
You remember when I poured water on you?
Yep.
I didn't care that I made you cry.
I didn't cry. I did shiver because it was cold water.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
I've had all kinds of things done to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm like Johnny Knoxville.
Not even close.
Or one of the other guys. Yeah.
Ministry version of Johnny
Yeah.
Knoxville. That's me.
That is funny. So yeah, we've had Brittany on already, but what do y'all think of her and her
Brittany
taking
Ivy.
over for the youth? Yeah, Brittany. Yeah,
I
sorry.
really like her.
Yeah,
I do. I'm glad that you found someone that was just as dedicated as you were.
yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say that's one of our concerns was like you trying to find someone who's just as dedicated.
yeah, yeah. And that was really what we really wanted to search for, and you know, God just sent her, and it was like, you know, a perfect fit. And we've seen that kind of from the jump. You know, man, this is a really good fit because she does. She loves the youth. She loves y'all, and she's got that temperament to be able to do it and to be able to bring it and keep that energy level up. What do you think?
I think she's actually really cool. I like
Yeah.
her a lot.
Yeah.
She's better than most that I've seen. To be honest, she understands us more than they usually do.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's cool.
Which I know she said she was planning on doing something with all y'all girls, like a sleepover or something.
We're supposed to be
Because in the years that I have known y'all have still failed to organize anything like that. So,
Hey,
yeah.
there's no y'all. Okay, that
Okay,
was
in their defense, at 412, there was all kinds of girls there.
yeah,
So
like 45 chicks.
I'm feeling attacked.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
That's Jamie. That's Jamie. She was supposed to be
and
the one to
Jamie
get
told
that.
us that we could go to her house.
Yep. She's the one that was supposed to get that.
And now
together,
you're here. So,
I've been here before.
I was going to say I've been here before too.
Yeah.
We babysitted Zaylee one day.
Yep.
babysitting.
yeah.
Babysat. Baby
Baby.
something.
I don't know.
Babysat.
Baby sat.
It'd be right. That's the past tense of that, right?
How long did that pizza take to get here again?
Like over.
Oh,
an
I
hour.
forgot about
It
that.
literally-
Remember we?
Is that
oh,
the
no,
Malta and Dexter thing?
Yeah, that was we ordered it from Casey's. So me and I can't remember where we went. We went out of town to eat. So we just went out to eat and they watched Sissy and Bubby. I say watch Bubby. Bubby stays in this room. So we ordered it on our way out. Paid for it, was like, okay, it's gonna be delivered to y'all. We went out and ate out of town, came back, it still had not been delivered.
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, so we went by there. I was like, okay, I'm just going to pick it up and bring it to y'all. So we went by there, and by the time we got there, like, oh, yeah, she's out delivering it.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like, what, 3 hours?
3
Yeah.
hours?
Yeah.
And
3
now,
hours.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
For
now,
one pizza.
now we
Edward
also
Scissorhands, Zootopia. Zaylee had done our makeup,
Yeah.
Oh, that makeup.
and she was playing on my phone.
You guys probably look drop dead gorgeous in that makeup.
My makeup was
I
actually good.
I actually have a photo of us.
Oh, wow.
now we'll
My
never
makeup
be-
was on
We
point.
won't be
Show
sponsored by
us.
Casey's now either.
Now Casey's is out.
Sponsored
At 3
is
hours
dropping
for
like flies.
Yeah, at 3 hours for a pizza
Yeah.
across
Oh,
town.
you guys look so good in that picture.
Yeah, it was.
There's a better eyeshadow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We're not on
Love
video,
it
ladies.
so much.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, which I know Zay, like, she loves it, man. She loves doing that.
She's a very girly girl.
Yes, she is. Yep, nails and makeup. Yep, for sure.
That's
Just like
good
her
that
mom.
Jamie has that, because she didn't have that with Lee.
Yeah.
She was more into what you were into. So
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. Where'd they go the other night? We had the men's meeting here at the house.
they went and ate Chinese.
Yeah, right. When
Yeah.
they Chinese got some fake nails and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. She loves doing all that. It's. Oh yeah.
It's like
that
she loves her
stuff.
mother more than you.
She said in the car the other day, she said, so daddy's number 1 because he's the best, and mommy's number 2, and we were like arguing back and forth. She's like, no, mommy's number 1. So she's like, no, daddy's number 1. She did. That was it was on the way to the archery thing.
tournament.
Yep.
I heard she wouldn't shut up the whole time.
Yep. It was I was feeling good. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, babe. And I was like just looking at Jamie like take that. Take that. And all she could say is, oh, that's not the right. That's not the right. Wait, where did we put it?
I don't know. You recorded it.
No, that's not it.
Darn. Darn diddy darn.
Oh, that's
Great. That's the best button on there.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I got to make sure
You need to label
I
that
got to label
stuff.
that. Yeah, we just did that the other night. Yeah, that's our in case instead of like mic drop. That's our mic drop.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But so what do y'all? So we got this trip coming up that we just got done with our first fundraiser. What are y'all looking forward to the most out of this trip? And a hush.
Oh, I'm going
And a
first.
hush goes over the crowd.
Let's see. I would say Silver Dollar City, but I may not get to participate in that much. So the landing. I love shopping.
Oh, that's how I am.
The landing.
Yep.
I would probably have to say riding Fire in the Hole for the last time since it's leaving this season.
Yeah. Are you gonna ride it?
No.
Crap, man! I thought we had you.
I don't
No,
care. I don't
missed.
care.
I'll try
No.
to get on it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
See, I've never
I like
been on
both of
anything
those.
like that, so
Yeah, because you haven't rode any rides, right?
no,
Okay.
I've always been stuck at home with the
Yeah.
kids, so I guess I'll
That's
try it.
gonna be
I'll try it.
So you could start like Fire in the Hole's like a smaller one, so you can kind of start it and see what you think, and then kind of go up from there.
See, I'm
Yeah.
terrified of Fire in the Hole. I'm not scared of any other roller coasters, but if they're indoors, absolutely hate them.
That's what I was gonna. Is it just the dark or
I just don't like it. The
yeah?
first time I rode it, I bawled my eyes out the whole time.
Oh wow.
Let me tell y'all about my terrifying experience at Silver Dollar City. Okay?
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's-
Again, okay. Let's
Oh man,
come on.
here we
Let's
go.
do this.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll
Are
make
you
sure.
getting ready to push a button?
No,
What are you doing over there?
No, go ahead. I'm ready,
Get
man.
ready, Mikey.
So we're on the ride, right? And it just skyrockets like super high and then just spins so fast.
Like you're exaggerating.
Man, yes.
I had to really hang on. It was the hot air balloon ride in the kids section.
The kid
And it
section,
was-
he's definitely exaggerating.
I'm not at all. It was terrifying.
How old were you?
Darn. Darn diddy darn.
It was just a couple years ago.
Oh,
It was, how old were you? I was this age.
43.
Wow.
What do you mean? It was terrifying. I'm still scarred. I've got PTSD. I can't get on a hot air balloon at all. Not that I would.
sounds like you're making up excuses.
I'm scared of heights, and
Excuses.
If I'm not
Speed.
excuses.
the Fire in the Hole doesn't go.
It's not
up.
bad. No,
Yeah.
it's not bad at all.
Inside, it's literally dark the whole time. You can't see anything.
I don't understand the point. I failed.
You could go on this ride.
I'm not going on this ride. Drop it. Let it go.
You're boring.
But you promised you would.
I did not. Quit putting words into my mouth. You just went to church twice today, and you're going to come on here and lie.
You said
Oh,
you were
wow.
I have an honest question then. Why share that on Facebook if you didn't plan on writing on it?
I did not share that. No,
See?
That's
Look at him.
that's a good question.
no, that didn't happen.
Are
Didn't
you
happen.
sure you didn't share it?
All y'all should have went to the altar tonight. Every one of you.
I'll go double check. I'm not accusing you of sharing it because I don't ever get on Facebook. No.
I don't know.
Do you see what you guys started?
What did I? What? How is this my
You
fault?
know this is your fault.
I was
didn't
just.
share
I
it.
was just. I'm just saying. I was just wondering, man. Are
Yeah,
you gonna
you
write
did
on it?
share it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
What did you do?
Caught in a lie.
Huh?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. What do you mean? Well, what happened?
What did?
See?
Oh, my
No,
God.
that doesn't say I was going to write it. That's
No,
it's closing
saying
this
that,
year.
Why would you post it if you're not gonna write it?
Yeah,
Because
that.
Jennifer wanted to know.
What I get out of that, see if y'all get the same thing, is that like, oh, I want to ride this before it's
Oh,
gone.
I'm so sad that it's leaving.
Right.
Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all joining us. On
So this has been a great episode.
Very funny.
So have you ever rode one?
Actually, you know what? When I was 19 years old, I went to. It was a long time ago. Calm down. I went to Opryland.
Roller coasters were invented.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were
Ooh,
hand
he pulled
cranked.
that up.
They were not hand cranked.
We went to Opryland when I was like 19 years old, and I rode every single ride there.
Everyone?
Well, then
Everyone.
what happened from then till now?
I don't
He's
know.
just
The
scared.
hot air balloon ride at Silver Dollar City.
It scarred me for
Scared you away
life.
from it.
No, I don't. I'm scared of heights now. I'm claustrophobic. There's
Yeah.
a whole lot of reasons I can't do that.
It's like Robbie he promised to go on one, and he was like, dude, I thought I was gonna pass out. It was
Oh,
so
wow.
funny.
And y'all don't want to carry me off a ride. That's not going to be good.
Mikey, we volunteer you to carry him.
To carry him off.
I have a friend who will take to Six Flags with us, and we'll go on the Mr. Freeze. And she loves Mr. Freeze; it's her favorite ride, but she passes out.
Oh
So
my
she'll
gosh.
pass out, and then I'll be riding beside her, and she'll pop up and she'll scream, and we'll be like mid in the air on the straight up. And
Yeah.
then we'll be coming down when she's screaming.
Oh my god.
That's that slingshot ride. They've got all kinds of YouTube videos of people passing out on that.
Man,
Yeah.
you ain't
I
gonna catch me
wanna go
on that.
I want to go on
The
that.
slingshot thing?
Yes.
Yeah. I
Mike and
went.
Jacob went.
Yeah. Yeah, I went it was me and Cameron went together, and then Jacob and Cameron went together. It was intense.
I bet.
It was intense. Like I'll ride every roller coaster, but that one had me shook a little bit. But once you do it, it was like, okay, this isn't too bad. But Jacob on the way pass. No. Jacob on the way up, you just hear him go. It's like you like hear it snapping and go. So it's like, and like that's all you heard the whole way up. It was so funny. Like, yeah, that's how you feel.
Yeah.
But it's not. Yeah, it wasn't too
They
bad.
had
And
a-
then like they talk to you, and you don't know when they're gonna go. So like mid conversation, like, yeah, so we done this the other day, and then you're just going. You're like, we were talking. I thought we were connecting.
It was a conversation.
They just tricked you.
Yeah, Well,
They had a really cool ride at Opryland, 40 years ago.
You're that old?
Shut up. It was called
Dinosaurs.
Chaos. And it's probably a lot like Fire in the Hole, maybe. I don't know. But you go into this dark spiral and you go all the way down, and the whole time you're going on this thing, it's like got 3D, or not 3D images, but like movie images,
yeah.
like dragons and knights and all kinds of
that's
different.
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And
Yeah,
then I
but-
got scared.
And then I was scared. Yeah, that one's not. It's not too bad. It's only like two little drops. It's not too bad. Like Sissy will go on it.
Yeah.
My 5-year-old. I'm just making sure everybody knows for our listeners, so they know. Jamie's the same way. She'll do Fire in the Hole.
I say Jamie told me she's gonna ride Fire in the Hole.
Yeah, she'll do Fire in the Hole, but
Unless
she.
I have to sit out, then she said she'd sit out with me.
Yeah,
There's going to be a lot of people riding Fire and Hole this year.
yeah,
Because it's last year for it. so.
yeah. But she doesn't do like she did the swings. That just go in a circle.
Hey, she's with me on the
And
hot air balloon.
Yeah, just a circle.
She's terrified of them too.
No ups and just a circle.
Yeah.
It's just a circle.
It's just
not
a
a triangle
circle.
or a
Yeah.
square. It's just
I
a
got
circle.
it.
Just
Yeah.
a circle?
It was so
think we
funny
did.
to watch her. Like, and they lift her up. She's sitting there before they start. She's like, "Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it." And then as they lift her up, it goes from like panic into depression, into terror. And then she's just like looking. So they start, and she's like, "Help me! Tell him to shut it. Just turn it down." It was so funny, man. Oh my gosh, I was just laughing. I was like, "You're doing great." She's like, "I hate you."
I bet she's going to really appreciate you sharing that story.
Oh man,
But she probably doesn't
Edit
even
that
listen
out.
to it. So
Oh,
she does.
She
She's just a
does?
little behind. So
Oh.
in 6 days, when she's mad at me, and I don't know why, this is why. This is why. Like,
You'll have to
I'm mad
think
at you.
back.
Like you just now listened to the podcast. Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm
oh
sorry.
my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, not at all.
Darn.
Yep.
Darn diddy darn darn.
That's how I feel about it.
That's what she's going to be mad about.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's gonna be mad about.
Sleeping on the couch.
I sleep on the couch anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, so like our bed is bad for my back. There's a lot of bees.
Or is it her snoring?
That's not great either. That's not great either. But no, my so I started sleeping on the couch because I wake up and I'm actually not hurting, so it sucks. But
Remind me to get earplugs before I go on this trip because I'm going to be in a room with Brittany and Jamie.
Oh,
oh
dang.
no, that's gonna be just going back and forth.
So if they end up out in the hallway, you'll know why.
So are you like a light sleeper where that'll keep you awake?
I wake up in the middle of the night, and if they're snoring, I will not be able to go back to
Yeah,
sleep.
that's how I am.
Man, you're going to
Yep.
be tired.
Like at her house, I'll sleep in the living room. Like we'll both fall asleep in there, and then she'll wake up, and then she has to go into her room
Yeah,
and shut the door.
yeah.
And I'm just like,
That's how I am. If I hear it, it's going to keep me up all night. It doesn't matter how tired I am. It will just keep me up all
I
night.
even tried turning up the TV last time she was at my house, so I didn't have to get up, and it did not help.
It didn't do it. That's the only good thing I like about summer is we have an air conditioner in our room. So if I turn that on, drowns are out, I'm good to go. Ain't got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, dog.
Oh, wait. You're the one snoring.
I'm
and
a
you're
snorer. Yeah,
Yeah, well, it happens, you know.
it's whatever.
I had
Sleep
this
somewhere
one-
else.
When I was a youth, I had our senior pastor. He came on like 2 trips with us, like youth trips. You could hear him down the hallway. I mean, he had a room by himself. It was really, really bad. He was the worst I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Sounds like my stepdad.
Yeah, it was brutal. So we're like out in the hall, like trying to sneak out, running back and forth. And you can always tell if he's out in the hall or up because he's not snoring. So you had a guarantee, like, okay, we're good. So we're like running back and forth. Then all of a sudden you hear that snoring stop. Back to the room, everybody run. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
some serious
yeah,
stuff. I had
yeah.
a buddy that fell asleep in church, and it was a small church, and
Oh,
he snored like. Well, my kids made fun of him. He sounded like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
They would make motorcycle like actions when
While
he
he's
was
doing
snoring.
it.
So yeah, middle of service, he's just sawing logs. So I
That
finally
is-
had to reach
that's
back
brutal.
here and smack him.
Oh,
with
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I remember you telling me
Yeah.
about him. Yeah. That's funny.
Wasn't at the time.
You can't even sneak. Yeah, you can't even sneak it sleep, you know?
No.
Like,
that reminds me of Jeremiah on that New Year's lock-in. How you recorded the video.
man, his head was bobbing.
Gosh, that was
The only thing I
hilarious.
hear about from that New Year's Eve lock-in is the one picture that Jamie got, and I look so mad at it.
Yeah.
Like I just look ticked off at the world.
You're just sitting there, it's like,
Them kids
gonna
were
burn
being
this
so
place
loud,
down.
and they were getting on my nerves.
it was probably like 3 a.m. at that.
Yes, it was like
at
3 or
that
4
time.
o'clock in the morning. I looked at Jacob. I was like, "We gotta go."
Yeah.
It takes a couple days to get over that.
Oh, my goodness,
rough.
man. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I left at 6:30, and I can't even remember what time I woke up when I
Yeah.
got home.
And that's what's hard for me is like any lock in like that, I usually get home and only sleep for like 2 hours.
Just take a nap.
Yes. And then I'm back up. I'm like, but yeah, like you said, a couple days, man, I'm still feeling it. It's like, geez.
Well, this one I was lucky. Everybody kind of settled down, so I was able to get a little nap while we
Yeah.
were still there, so it wasn't too bad.
Jim disappeared for
Yeah,
he slept.
yeah. He went.
He
to
got
the,
8 hours
He went
of
to the
good
car and went to
sleep.
sleep.
Like,
He
a
was
second.
complaining that the whole night. Like,
yeah. And he was a captain. So it's like, Robbie, where's your
Yeah.
partner? I don't know. He's
Vanished.
gone somewhere.
Say the first year that I ever went to that lock-in, the only reason I stayed up was because Jacob was on morphine, and he would not leave me
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah. I cannot believe he came back after that.
Yeah, that
He
was
came
crazy.
back because I wanted him there, and then I was gonna get everything for him, and he
Yeah.
was very adamant on just doing whatever. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not even gonna argue with it at this point.
Well, what do? We were setting up a game in one of the rooms, and you come back out, and he's like back in the Gaga pit with a crutch. It's like, what are you doing? You just dislocated your knee.
He
What are you
was
doing?
not feeling any pain, and I'll tell him stories about when he came back from the hospital. He's like, I do not remember that. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Blackout.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing, man?
And then
I'll be
everybody-
fine.
Everybody was like, why didn't you go check on him? I was like, if he needed me, he would have called me.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to stay back here so that way I don't throw up. And I'm going to laugh with Lee. That's what I'm going to
Oh,
do.
man.
It's a good plan.
Yeah, that was crazy. Jamie had to. It was like storming. That was just a crazy night. That was a crazy night. Were you weren't there at that one, was
I
you?
don't think I
No.
I don't
was.
think so. I think it was right before y'all got
So
here.
I ended up having panic attacks. And then
Yeah.
Jacob dislocated his knee.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Fun.
crazy.
It was
What
fun
was he
night.
doing?
Playing
Playing
Gaga.
Gaga ball.
Oh my gosh.
It was
It's a,
cra-
it's
it
a
looked-
recurring injury with him.
Yeah, it looked really, really bad.
It did.
You want to see a picture?
Oh, we
I don't
don't.
think I want to. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
you do.
No.
You want to see a picture?
No.
You can see the picture. It's not
Yeah,
that
it was.
bad.
It was not. And his dad's just like, so we
Why did
call
you
him.
do that?
Yeah, we're like, hey, Jacob, like re-dislocated his knee. We're gonna take him to the emergency room. He's like, oh well, just make sure you don't call the ambulance. Like he'll be fine. Y'all just take him. It's like,
He'll be fine.
okay.
Ugh.
Oh yeah,
Oh my.
yeah. It was bad. It was bad.
You'll never be able to unsee that now.
His knee is like.
What else did we? Well, we played live action
Among Us.
Among Us. That was pretty
so
cool.
fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that. That was fun. Yeah. Yep.
Was that also the one where we done we went into one of the side rooms and we had to
The escape room.
Yes.
Yes, that was good. We need to do that again. That was really
Mhm.
fun.
We have to
That
be a
sounds
little
like
more
fun.
careful about the clues, though. Clues were kind of rough.
Yeah.
They were Mike's.
I
I
could
think
tell.
our team did pretty good on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. We'll definitely do that again for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll do it at a lock-in, but we'll do it just at like a youth
Okay.
hangout night.
I enjoyed that one. I
Yeah.
think that one was my favorite one.
We have a lot of stuff coming up for the youth, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Like you said, Brittany is all in. Brittany Ivy,
Yeah.
the new youth pastor, she's gonna be amazing.
Oh man, and just her excitement and her ideas and just all these things, that she wants to implement. Man, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be really cool.
And I told her that, listening to her preach is a lot like listening to you preach because of the conviction
Yeah.
that comes across when you do. That's the most powerful preaching is when you believe everything that is coming out of the preacher's mouth because they believe it. You can just feel that they believe everything they're saying, and that's what y'all have in common.
Well, thank you.
Well, her being loud is not as
Loud as my loud.
You're pretty loud.
Nobody's loud as
Yeah,
as Mike's
it's
loud.
pretty. Yeah.
I get headaches from you.
I brought
Yeah.
Morgan's sister, Kenna, with me one day, and she didn't know that you yelled.
Oh no.
She was sitting in the front row with me and Morgan, and she got jump scared. And she turned, she looks at me and Morgan, and we're just sitting there just looking. She's like, did y'all not jump? We're like, no, we're used to it. It's normal.
Yeah. Like sitting fireworks on 4th of July, they're just blowing up. You're just like, yeah, whatever.
Say, I think one of the most memorable moments, though, is when I first brought Morgan with me. Y'all were still at 412, and she walked through the doors, and she looked at me, and she's like, I'm just, like, overwhelmed. And I look back over 5 seconds later, and she's bawling her eyes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she went over and she talked to Mikey, and I was like, that's how I felt when I first came here. And she's like, I really like it. And then she just started coming more, and now she ventured out, and she's going to church with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. And just to see, especially kids that come in that are kind of reserved, like they've never been in church, or maybe they've been church hurt before, or, just like go to their parents, like old time church, and they come in, they're just like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. And just to see God move and work in their lives and just kind of break those walls down is awesome.
Well, and I assume that y'all enjoy the church since you continue to come to it. So what do y'all think that we should do to get more youth to come to church?
I will say this, at Portageville, there's not going to be very many youth that will move churches, mainly because that's where they grew up.
They're
That's
rooted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where they're comfortable at.
Yeah.
And most of the churches in Portageville, like our biggest church, I think, is Livingstone and First Assembly. And they both have youth groups.
Yeah.
So,
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're rooted and you're happy and you're being fed, stay at your home church by all means.
I say, I just never found a church in Portageville that I felt like, hey, this is where, like, I feel it. But
Yeah.
I would like ask my friends or something, obviously, and the only friend that was very like, yeah, I want to go was Morgan, and she doesn't go to Portageville anymore. So,
Yeah.
but I don't really know.
Y'all got anything?
I was about to say it's about the same with me and my friends. Like, of course, I have the ones that I've invited and they don't have a home church because, like me, we used to all go to 412. And it's just, I've invited them like several weeks in a row, especially with this Branson trip coming up and we have to meet the certain amount of days that we have to attend. They're just like, I have work, I have plans, and it's just, and like the other ones I had, they have their home church, like at either First Baptist or I think there's like Liberty Hill or something up there that a lot of youth go to.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know, especially at y'all's age, you hit that working age, you know, and I know that's a big deal. You know, a lot of kids now, they all work, you know, so it's hard to make it out. What do you think?
Well, I mean, same thing with my friends. I ask them and everything. It's just not many of them believe in it or want to go, to be honest. I did have one friend that did go to our lock-in, though. Her name was Alexis.
Yeah.
And she said she liked it a lot. It's just her parent wouldn't want to take her there several times.
Because she lives out of town, right?
Yeah, she has her own church that she goes to. I can't remember what it's called, though.
Yeah.
But she said she liked it a lot. She liked Mikey and his preaching and stuff like that. So
She called the next day. She's like, I miss y'all.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she did.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah. So do y'all like, if y'all could choose, do you like the more preaching or do y'all like more teaching?
I mean, it's debatable.
Yeah,
To be honest.
it just depends. One thing I really like though is like the open group discussions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I feel like that's where we can get our input in because I know I could go up to Brittany with anything and
Yeah.
she'd hear us out, but I feel like that's when I can really just express what I feel and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, you never know, like, if you're, like, expressing how you're feeling about something that somebody else might be feeling that same way.
Right.
So those group discussions can get out to those people who just aren't, like, they don't want to ask.
Yeah.
Like you can let people know that they're not alone with the struggles that they're going through.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
And instantly
important.
relate to one another.
Yeah.
And then that's where they can find a support group through everything.
Yeah. That's good. What about you?
I mean, I honestly think the exact same thing, same way they do, to be honest. We open up a lot more easily when we're doing our circle with the youth
Yeah.
and discussing what we're struggling with and what we're not struggling with and how things are going and if they need help with something or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's really good,
Those are good.
Oh yeah. Those are some of my favorite too.
Yeah.
especially when they start crying and they feel welcomed.
Yeah.
That's always what we want to do for youth, adult, doesn't matter. You know, we want everybody to feel welcome at Remnant, obviously. So
Yeah. And a lot of times it just starts with being heard, like feeling
Right.
like I'm not just being talked to, like they hear me, they understand, you know, especially when you feel comfortable enough to open up about what you're dealing with, you know, that shows that you trust the people that are around you,
Right.
that, you know, they're not going to judge you. They're not going to hold it against you. Like and just getting that out, sometimes just getting that out is like healing in itself. It's like, oh my goodness, finally somebody that I could talk to about this, or you hear somebody, like you said, you hear somebody going through the same thing. You go, finally, somebody knows how I feel. Because I think that we have a lot more common. All of us have a lot more in common than we think,
Right.
than we know. And then once we start sharing our story or what we're dealing with or what we're going through, it's like, oh, I relate to you. Didn't even know that. Crazy.
yeah.
Especially with kind of the older generation, younger generation. When older generation opens up on something, you're like, oh crap, I deal with that. Like, that's crazy. You still deal with that? You know, so it makes you relatable. And that's one thing we always try to do is just stay transparent, especially when it comes to youth. Y'all will see right through it. Like,
So
you
I
know.
feel like one thing that's different about this youth group is in most, it's adults deciding what goes on in it.
Mhm.
The youth has no contribution in it. It's just what the adults want, not what the youth want, not what the youth crave, what's going to help the youth group out in the long run. And really, I feel like a lot of adults just look down on youth, and they think that just because we're younger and still in school, that we don't know anything.
Yeah.
That's probably why I didn't really go to church as much, because people thought that way. So it kind of really got underneath my skin, so I just gave up on it.
Yeah.
That or just affects youth in general to think, hey, we obviously don't have a say in anything, so
Yeah.
we're not going to speak up anymore.
I was gonna say that's one thing. Like the youth leaders here, and like just all the leaders are really good at. Y'all include us in the decisions, and it's really nice to be able to like put input into stuff that affects us.
Yeah.
Well, that's the key words. It affects y'all. So of course y'all should have the opinions. I mean, if y'all don't want to do it, what's the point?
Yeah.
Say, because me and Brittany are in youth still, but we still attend the leadership meetings, and whatever's going on with youth, y'all are going to directly ask us if y'all think that they're something that should be done differently.
And all
Yeah.
three of you are passing that on to the younger generation. You're all three helping with children's ministry now. So that's an amazing thing to see, because that trickles down,
Yeah.
from the older generation to the youth to the kids. That's church.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be. Right. Well, and y'all will see it from a lens of a youth, of a young person. So we could have what we think is a good idea, but it's not implemented the right way because we're looking at it through a lens of an older
Right.
person.
Right.
So y'all getting y'all's input and be able to say, oh, that's a good idea. What if we do it this way? Because y'all know what is going to reach y'all. Y'all know what your friends like. Y'all know what everybody around you, how y'all think. So it could be like, oh, we think, we'll have a game night. And then y'all go, that'll be cool. What if we do this? Because we may think, well, kids like games, right? Oh, yeah, let's just get a bunch of games. And y'all are like, well, yeah, games are good, but like board games are in now. Just for an example, and y'all are like, well, why don't we do board games instead? That'll be something that we didn't know, and that y'all have an insight, a specific insight that an older person doesn't have. So I think that's so
like
valuable.
Board games.
I like
I say-
the board games.
I like
Personally,
Scrabble.
I like board games more than video games.
Yeah.
Board games, definitely.
Look
See?
at that. Look at that. We
I
just
mean,
figured
I
something
prefer
out.
video
Man.
games, to be honest.
You like video game more?
Yeah,
I like
because it
both,
gives
but
more adrenaline to me. I
Yeah.
don't know
board
why.
games, just like it's what me and my family used to do. We'd have family game nights, go to Hayti,
Yeah.
and just sit around my grandma's table every Friday night, and we'd play board games until we were tired of playing them.
Favorite board game? Oh, snap. It got real serious up in
I
here.
don't know.
That is pretty hard to choose.
Yeah.
When I was younger, it was Candyland.
Oh,
I
my
Really?
used to
God.
love
Candyland?
Candyland when I was
Classic.
younger.
Really?
Yeah, that's good
I
stuff.
hated Candyland.
That's because
No,
I
no,
don't
no, no.
know.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll take it back. It was Shoots and Ladders that I didn't like.
Oh my gosh, I
I
love
didn't like
Shoots and Ladders.
Yeah.
I
It was
didn't
like a
either.
childhood
I
favorite
think
game.
mine
Yeah,
was
that one.
Twister when
I
I
was
was
the
younger.
best at it.
Favorite or the one you didn't like?
No, Twister was my favorite.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hated
Okay.
that one.
My favorite now would either have to be the Game of Life or
I like Life.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
Monopoly
I don't like
just
either
takes
of those.
forever.
That's what I was
the only
about to say.
downside
That's it.
about
Yep.
it.
That's the only thing I don't like is it's a 14-hour game. Grandma, stop stealing the pink
Oh my
100s,
gosh.
Nana. Sorry.
Oh, it's like I have plenty of time to play a game. Of course, Monopoly. The online banking is my favorite because
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Yeah.
but me and like my family will occasionally will do game nights, and Uno is our go-to game
I like
because
Uno.
it gets
Uno's really fun.
everybody
Yep.
involved.
Yeah, I like Uno.
And like you got to strategically pick your seats because you know who likes to like put the +2 and the +4 and everything.
Yeah.
So
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
I don't ever. I like
Richard.
pick.
Oh, you're the one that likes to
I
do
was
the-
just about to make a point about that. If you're in my family, you understand that you are not getting special treatment because you're a kid.
We ain't family once that game
That's right.
starts. I'm telling
Once this
you.
game starts,
probably why I don't play
you're
with you.
getting draw 2s and draw 4s. That's just the way life is.
Sorry, got to learn. You
This
got to
is a
learn
life
today.
lesson.
That's why I don't sit by him.
Here's a real question though: do y'all play it to where if another person has a +2, can they play on top of that
Yes.
+2?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like playing that way, but my
Definitely.
family doesn't at all, and
Yeah.
it makes me
That's
mad.
weird.
It makes more sense to me, in my opinion. Because
Yes.
I got that card. Why not pass it on to the next
Yep.
person?
For
I
real.
don't have those extra cards in my hand.
And just make it come back
Absolutely.
to the person that started it.
I think my favorite part is my brother never says Uno,
Oh my
and
gosh.
so
Oh yeah, so you got to draw more. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, Uno, take two.
What did we play last time? It was like Uno Flip. Was that the name
Yeah.
of it?
Oh, that was so
Have you
much
ever
fun.
played that one?
Yes, I
That one's
played
really fun.
That one and
Man,
Uno
Richard,
Dare.
we need to get
Yeah.
that game.
Uno Dare and
Uno
Uno Flip
Attack
are
was
really
cool.
good.
Uno Attack is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's really
we have
fun.
an Uno Attack machine still.
Yeah.
I like Scrabble because I'm a
Scrabble's cool.
classic kind of
Yeah,
guy.
it's
I
okay.
like something that's going to make me think a little bit.
I was the loser in that game. Let's
Badly.
just put that
It was
out.
horrible.
I lost to Emma Randall too.
Yeah, she lost to my
That's
10-year-old.
funny. That's a good one. I like, which is not a big like board game, I guess. Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
used to
fun.
like that one.
yeah.
We had
Yeah.
the Family Feud game that she put on the
yeah.
TV.
That one.
I hated
yes,
that.
Family Feud.
Nope.
Absolutely. And oh, what was the other one? Crap. Man, I can't remember what the other one was. I'll think of it here in a minute.
I like Clue.
Clue's pretty
Clue,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, Clue's pretty cool.
Tristan was a huge Clue fan. He
Yeah.
loves some Clue.
Yeah, Clue's a good one.
I don't know that one. Sorry.
It's
It's a
fun.
mystery type
Yeah.
game.
What was the one them? I guess it would be considered board games, like the mystery boxes that we would get.
Oh, like the murder mystery type
Yeah,
stuff.
those
yeah.
were neat. Those were until we ran into that one. It was just like really stupid.
Oh, it was so. It was
so
stupid
bad.
hard. Like it. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, those are pretty neat. Have y'all
Man.
seen those?
Mm-mm.
Me and Jennifer currently have one.
Like-
We haven't opened yet.
Yeah.
Is it like an unsolved murder case?
Yeah, so you're like
Yeah.
detectives and you got to figure it out.
I'm good
It
at that
is
type of
really,
stuff.
really neat.
So
Yeah,
I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've never played one, but
Yeah.
I've seen them.
yep. So we would play. We would buy one and save it for when we all went to Branson. So it was like 3 families trying to figure it out. It was really fun.
Killers are getting away if we're in charge.
Ah man, I'm telling you, it's like
Most definitely, especially with Richard.
Phase 10. Love me some Phase 10.
I like Skip-Bo.
Skip-Bo's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I'm
no.
awesome at Skip-Bo.
Me neither.
I've never played it. I've
I
never
don't
even
like
heard
it.
of it. This is
Phase
literally the
10.
first time I've
We've
heard
got
that.
It's
Skip-Bo.
okay. Phase 10 is okay.
Yeah.
Phase 10 is good.
Yeah.
I like Skip-Bo because I beat everybody at it. Like,
Oh, I remember my game. Taboo.
What
We
is
have
that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Taboo?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I still
Oh,
have
that's
it.
fun.
yeah.
So you have a card and you have like 5 words you can't say and then the word you're trying to describe. So if it's
Oh.
like table, you can't say legs, you can't say computer, you can't say
I
and you're
would
trying to
fail
get
at
your
that game.
teammate to guess. Yeah, it's really, really good.
Not sponsored by Milton Bradley.
No, it's fun. Yeah. Yeah.
I used to like
Do we have that
Pictionary
game,
when I was
Richard?
younger.
Yeah, Pictionary is a good one. It just sucks if you get like a bad teammate that just doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Like Luke.
Yeah, it's like,
Mm.
it's like
It's so bad.
I had one youth, his name was Parker, and he was the worst partner in a game, period. He would guess all the wrong and you caught on after a while. I was like he was doing it on purpose. So he would suck when it was our turn to go, but guess everybody else's out loud and
Right.
give them the answer. So I'm like, dude, be quiet, man. And he'd
Boot him.
keep doing it. And then when it was our turn, it was like, I don't know what I'm doing or how to play this game. Like, okay, dude, I see what's happening here.
Get out.
Yeah. Did he have a girlfriend on the other team or something?
No, he just, I was
See,
just, I was like, dude, what
Me
are you
and
doing?
Jacob we'll talk smack the whole time we're playing
Yeah.
games with each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Very
But I
competitive.
think one of the games that I absolutely cannot stand to play is Yahtzee and Farkle.
I
You like
love
Yahtzee?
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Oh my
I
gosh.
like
I'm a
those
beast
games.
at that
What?
game.
I just
Yahtzee is
It's-
my mom's go-to game.
I like
because
Yahtzee.
She's just
my
So
Mimi
good.
looked at us because New Year's Eve we went over to my grandma's and Jacob came with us and she was like, "Y'all didn't bring Yahtzee?" Mom's like, "Abby hates Yahtzee." She wasn't bringing Yahtzee. I was like, "I'm not playing that."
See, I love that. That's good quality time, man. Some
Yeah.
board games with the family.
We used to have a ton of games. We got rid of a bunch of them because couldn't get the kids to play because it's not a screen. So
Yeah, that's the hardest part. Yeah, is getting them to kind of put that stuff down. Even I catch myself, picking it up and scrolling through nothing. Just
right.
why am I even doing this? Like, what
Here's
am
the
I doing?
thing though, I'd prefer to like pick up a book and read than be on my phone.
Yeah.
In all honesty,
I listen to a lot of audiobooks.
I read a lot. Like I don't know how many books I've read just within this year already.
Well, remind me and I'll tell you some that you can check out.
I was about to say me too. Me and Abby have been trading books out.
That's what I was going to ask if y'all like do it
Yeah,
together.
we
That's cool.
exchange it.
That's what me and
I'd be
Lee
like-
we would do that. Like read a chapter and then she'd read it and
You
we'd
did
discuss.
that for
and then-
3 chapters It
No,
doesn't.
no. She did it for 3 chapters. Okay, I was stoked to finish the book. I'm waiting on her. I'm like,
You
are you
still
done with
don't
your
know.
chapter
Was it-
yet? Good
Like,
Lord.
Brittany will come over to my house and I will finish reading a book. I'll be like, "Do you have this book?" She'll
Yeah.
be like, "No." I'll be like, "Okay, here you go. You're reading it."
What's your favorite genre of book?
I like all.
Yeah.
It just depends. Some romance ones are too cheesy for me.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's no.
Yeah.
And then
Some of the Colleen Hoover books, for
Now-
example.
I will say, I read this one series. It was, I think the first book was like The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer or something.
Yeah, I have that series
And-
That
still.
sounds familiar.
It's like a psychological book. So
Yeah.
there's
It
something
is
going
so
on in her
good.
mind,
Oh,
but they
that's
don't know
cool.
what it is. So through all 3 books, they're figuring it out. And like every book, it gets better and better as it goes.
That's
It's
cool.
like the Unbecoming, and then there's one that's like the Evolution and
The
something.
Retribution is the last one. I'm pretty
Yeah. Like a serious.
I took a book recommendation from my daughter Silver one time.
That was it. That was all it took.
That one book, I was like, I'll never get this time back ever in my entire life. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Like how
Horrible.
bad?
It like I wanted to take away her library card. It was that bad.
Oh.
I was
Which
like,
you like? I know you like manga, right?
Yes, I really do. But I also like horror and mystery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another good mystery book is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I liked the first and the second book. The third book was
Yeah.
So
What was the one?
I've got all 3 of them if you want to read them.
We had like a mystery. It was like catching a neighborhood. I can't remember what it was though, but that's the one me and Lee started, and
I just think it's impressive that you can read.
he didn't.
I read this mystery
Growing up.
book. It was
Growing up.
like
Uncle Simmons, age
Age
6.
6 and a half.
she's gone missing or something. It was so good.
Yeah, I
It was
always
really
like
good.
that. Or like documentaries. I like watching documentaries.
See, I don't
about
get your
stuff
thing
like
with
that.
documentaries, and Jennifer likes the Buried in the Backyard stuff like that on
Yeah.
Netflix or whatever.
It's so stupid.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's not stupid. It's just it's not my thing. But
Well, I always, and Lee always asks, like, what is it? What is your deal with this? I always wonder, like, even putting it like spiritually, like these people are sick. Like, you know, something is wrong in their head. It's just like our loving God has to have some kind of room for grace for them,
right,
you know, because they're sick. There's something, and that kind of tug and pull between, you know, those two of where people are just evil, but also people are just sick. Like there's something just wrong with them. Like there's
Right.
something off. And I always find that fascinating, just wanting to know like what this person was thinking or what they were feeling or what they were dealing with, or is it, you know, something that's in their head that's wrong with them, or like their upbringing or whatever it may be. So I always found that very, very fascinating, and I always wanted to kind of sit down. I'd love to sit down with one of these like serial murderers and just be able to sit with them and say, "Hey, Jesus still loves you."
yeah,
Like that would just be gnarly to me.
gnarly.
Gnarly.
I will say one of my favorite books I've read so far this year is The Hate You Give. It was a really,
Still
really
need to read
good
that
book.
one.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's about basically the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
And this one kid,
Yeah.
there's
They
been
made a movie on it, didn't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
It's Star, and then Khalil gets shot, and one of her friends, when she was 10, ended up getting shot. She watched 2 people die in her lifetime, and they wanted her to speak out about it, but she didn't want to do it publicly. She wanted to do it anonymously.
Yeah.
So they didn't hear her voice or anything. Once her first friend got shot, her parents moved her to a different school, so that way she could have better opportunities in the future. And towards like, she wanted to take the peaceful route for it, but everybody in her town was rioting.
Yeah.
But she took the peaceful approach, and then eventually it just wasn't working, and she went towards the rioting route, but then she just kind of went back and she stopped, and she's like, is this really going to help us get anywhere?
Yeah.
She's like, I've done my part. There's nothing else I can do.
Yeah,
So she just waited for justice to be served, which in the end, obviously nothing happened to the cop that killed the guy. And she was like, well, at least people know about it.
Yeah.
Makes them more aware.
mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
Heck yeah. Would you cheat? You get audiobooks.
That's not cheating.
Yeah,
That's
that is really
100%
cheating.
Why is that cheating?
Because that's not reading a book.
It's really
I
not.
can't read a book because the DOT says it's 70 miles an hour. You're not supposed to read books.
Oh, is that frowned upon?
Well, then
It
when
is.
you get home, read.
I can't. I fall asleep,
He doesn't
Oh,
know how
that
to.
sucks.
and I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But what else you got on your heart? Big Rich, Texas.
What?
What?
Big Rich, Texas is a TV show.
All right. No, I'm
That's
good, man.
interesting.
I'm glad we had them on tonight.
Y'all are awesome.
I know
this
I am,
is a
but thank
lot
you.
of fun. A lot
Yeah.
different than the last time I was on too.
Yeah, well, we
It's
had
not as hectic
Jacob
because
and-
Jacob and Tristan were here.
yes,
Oh,
and they
they
take
were?
nothing. Like you can't have a conversation. You're like, oh yeah, so what's your favorite book? They're like, I believe in aliens.
Or no, like her,
What?
I'm dyslexic. You think I read?
Right? It's like what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jacob doesn't read.
Yeah.
Oh my. Sounds like Richard.
I do read. I listen to audiobooks.
Why she
That's
hating on you,
cheating.
bro.
It's the same thing.
Man,
You finish the books; they're still read.
It's cheating.
Y'all don't have to deal with Jacob on a day-to-day basis.
I
Still.
miss him.
Yeah.
I do too.
I don't.
I leave Friday to go see him.
I don't.
I'm going Friday.
When's
to
it? Isn't he
see
coming
him.
home? Coming home soon? I know you said something about.
There's about 90% chance that he'll get to
Yeah.
come home for maybe a few days before he leaves to go.
Heck yeah.
So.
That's what's up.
But I'm
God
going to
bless
see
him.
him this weekend, and then after that, I'll be at Beta that next week. But that next week, he's supposed to be getting to come home.
Yeah.
If he gets to come home, then I'm leaving and I'm coming home.
Yeah. I mean, cool. Well, Jacob, if you listen, man, we love you. Can't wait to see you. Rich, you got anything else?
That's it, man.
Rock and roll.
All right, thanks for joining us today, guys. If you don't have a home church, come check us out at Remnant in Malden, Missouri. You can go to our website at remnantmalden.com to find out anything about our church that you want to know. And if you don't care, to go to any podcast platform that you use and rate us, give us a like, share. Love everybody.